Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're back for some more Age of Wonders 3, and I do have a bit of bad news. I actually just recorded this entire episode and lost the whole thing because my computer crashed. So basically I had gone to the next turn, done a bunch of stuff, and then didn't make it to the turn after that, so it didn't trigger the next autosave for in between the next turn. So I just lost everything I've done over the past hour and a half. So we're starting over, but that is okay. I will go back through all your comments again, and we will get all caught up. So, comments from last week, there was a bunch because, again, I'm kind of doing these in 3-episode stretches right now, which, by the way, this week might just be 2 because of the time I just lost. But we'll see. We'll see how things are going. I'll let you guys know at the end of the next recording that I do after this one, whether I'm going to do a third one or not today. But that being said, let's go ahead and go through your comments. We have a couple, both Furt Bite and Impregnable, pointing out that down here in the south underground, this yellow city, when those borders expand, they're going to take over my towers. And when they take over my towers, they're going to basically take over my field of vision. I'm not going to be able to use the towers myself because towers belong to whoever's borders they're in. They're not like a separate structure of their own. The only way for me to protect them would be to either build forts nearby, or possibly position a unit on them. There's a third option, one that I think I will get to shortly. One thing that Impregnable suggested is that the dreadnought that is nearby could go down and the dreadnought that is nearby could go down and just take those, but I think I kind of need him here because the elf is like up in here, and there's also the halfling here. Plus, this city is very important to me. I'll talk about that in a minute too. I think I kind of want to leave the dreadnought more or less where he's at right now. So they're going to stay there, at least for this turn. And we'll see what those halflings do, whether they bring in more units or not. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I actually could move them probably because I already know what those halflings are going to do because I did go through to the turn after this one, but whatever. I'm going to play this pretty much the same as I did the first time. So yeah, they're going to go underground, or they're not going to go underground, but I have a different group of units that can deal with that, I think, and I will talk about that shortly. So, from Yana's EMPA or MPA, some good advice here. Items need just general advice regarding upcoming items. Don't forget to get the breakfast, so the nourishing meal, whatever that is. So yeah, I've got all these items queued up, but I do need nourishing meal items too. Probably 4 of them, I think, because the druid already has it naturally. But yes, I can go to forge item here, flip over to this, and go down to whatever that breakfast is. Oh, that is definitely not breakfast. Feed our people meat cleavers. Where is we at? Nourishing meal. There we go. And then probably flip this over to whatever the food one is in here somewhere. There it is. Yeah. Dubious food. I'm sure a few people will get that reference. And I'll go ahead and generate or create one more. Like I said, I'm going to need 4 of them eventually anyway, so another nourishing meal. Okay, there we go. So some nice fancy breakfast there. So yeah, that's going to be good. Part of the reason Yana suggested this is because healing items are very important. Generally speaking, I should have the best healing items I can on all my heroes at all times, but the Theocrat could make that even more important if they cast Armageddon, which could basically kind of stop all my units healing in their tracks. So that's something I need to be well prepared for. Also, a great suggestion from Giannis was to remove the shield from Mogwai, and this has to do with how damage is calculated. This is something I talked about on my channel a while ago. I actually couldn't remember what the conclusion was, so I had to go back and look it up. But based on what the wiki says, if I'm reading it correctly, so the way damage is dealt is physical damage always checks against your character's defense, the blue shield icon. Every other form of damage checks against elemental. The resistance. Every other form of damage checks against resistance. Fire, frost, shock, any other elemental damage. It also checks all damages check against their associated damage type, but all these 5 damages check against resistance, physical checks against defense, which means that if I have 100% physical protection, it doesn't make any sense for Mogwai to have a shield that does that much defense. So what I'm going to instead do is send that to my Dreadnought. My Dreadnought can use that. He's already got 19 defense, but adding that shield on is going to make it 23, and I just kind of want to take his defense to an absurd level, if nothing else, just for the fun of it. Mogwai will actually benefit more from another shield option, but if I can find the right item, I know there is an item like, I think it's called like Obsidian Armor or something like that, that gives you a whole bunch of elemental resistances, more than what this cloak does. If I can find that, and then pair it with the right buffs on a shield, which I can custom craft for 20% resist to 2 of elements of my choice, I think that I might be able to make Mogwai literally 100% resistant to all forms of damage, which granted doesn't make him unkillable, because there are some abilities like Weakening from Blight Doctors, which doesn't check against any specific type of resistance, it just works all the time, or Armageddon from the Theocrat, which would lower Mogwai's spirit resistance. There are things that can still lower these numbers, even if they're all at 100%. So he wouldn't technically be immortal, but he'd be darn near close, and he'd be able to solo most fights. So that's kind of what I'm working on with Mogwai there. I'm going to move through the rest of these comments fairly quickly, because I already did this once, but I think I kind of know. I think the second time around I can go a little faster. From Adam James, Seeker would make for a good headgear. Specifically, I think for my Ranger, or my Druid, that she doesn't even have headgear, and Seeker would be really nice on her. I do agree, that would be a great item. It is not what I'm going to craft right away, because as Giannis pointed out, the Theocrat is a bit more of the potential from Armageddon coming up means healing items are of utmost importance right now. So I'm still going to focus on these, probably all 3 of these, and then these, and then probably 2 more meals after that. Basically, my capital city is going to be producing items for the foreseeable future, so that's okay. From Daniel Moe, I could send the book from Nanhild to Mogwai or the Dreadnought. I'm going to send it to Mogwai. So the Theocrat has this book here that gives Inflict Ghoul Curse, but it is only triggered on melee attacks, which means it makes much more sense to give it to a melee attacker, specifically one like Mogwai who has Tireless. Just that many more opportunities for Ghoul Curse to trigger. So I agree with that. Also from Daniel Moe, pointed out that I could demand tribute from the Giants. I did the math on this a little bit, and we can talk about this fairly quickly. Basically, the idea was demand gold from them now, and then I can, just have more gold. But I decided against doing this, and I can explain why. So let's not click that. Okay, I demand a tribute, and then let's say of gold. So it's going to bring me to this menu here. Now, if you look, this is going to lower my morale with the Giants by 500, which is going to take it down to, I don't know, just like a middle level of happiness. But trade income for dwellings is a percentage of how happy they currently are with you. So right now I'm getting 80% of their income, but if I do this, they're going to become less happy with me. It's going to drop it down to 40%, which would be half of what I'm currently making from them, which is 21, 4, and 2. The problem with this is it gets me 200 in gold right off the bat, but since the debuff from the minus 500 lasts for 10 turns, I'm basically losing out on half of what I'm currently making, 42 to 21, so that's 21 times 10, causing me to lose out on 210 gold. Now this may be a little different depending on the dwelling. This one has extra gold income, so the percentage matters more. That 40% difference that I'm getting there, but so that does technically matter more. It's possible this calculation would be different if the city didn't have quite as much gold income. But the other problem is that doing this also loses you out on a total of 40 mana and 20 research. Not a lot of research over the course of 10 turns, but it adds up. So I think I'm going to not do that. I did briefly consider doing a tribute of units, because the Giants, really the only units they can give me are an ogre, which would be kind of nice to have, because the giant dwellings can't produce anything other than ogres and giants. So that would actually be pretty nice, but I still don't think it's worth that cost. So I'm going to close this, and just leave the giants alone for now. But good thinking. That may have mattered had it not been for the gold income that city is getting from the oyster reef and the water. Um, Also from Daniel Moe, and this is a fantastic idea, one that I think I'm going to probably use right away here, or very soon. So, Death March. This is really cool. Death March, what it actually does is, well, we can actually look at it up here. I just clicked the next turn button. You know what? There wasn't anything else left for me to do on this turn anyway. I didn't. Okay. There wasn't anything left for me to do on this turn anyway, because I wasn't going to move anyone or do anything else. So, and I was out of casting points, so this is fine. Anyway, Death March is a spell that cuts units' current HP in half and gives them all their movement points back. It's a good spell for the Warlord. Now, Nanhild's army. Oh, you know what? I already know I'm going to lose this battle. I'm going to do manual combat. I already know that I'm going to lose this battle, but I don't want her to try to seduce me, so I'm going to manual combat and then surrender. I can't get away from her. The mermaids swim too fast. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, so Nanhild's army basically it comes down to two things. Nanhild's army is way behind everybody else. She's back operating in my own territory. But Nanhild's army also has a lot of healing thanks to Nanhild herself. So what I can do is I can clear the tomb and then use Death March and have her and her army get back and come along this road. There's going to be haste berries there to pick up to also help speed things along. There is a healing structure here, which would allow me to cast Death March again after healing. And then there's more haste berries here. So basically, Nanhild can make it up here and then all the way back down through here, clearing like this ziggurat, clearing that Vault of Knowledge, clearing all this stuff, all like back to back right in a row, and then eventually curving down and following that road, presumably down here, to where she could start harassing Yellow underground a bit. Which, by the way, I think Yellow is the goblin sorcerer. So that is what the temporary plan is for her. As far as a comment from Sarah Feingold and Anaruta Bandari go, the Dreadnought never did get Lightning Rod Banner, so I actually do need to take care of that right now. Oh, you know what? I could have started. There was another item I was going to move. I did do some item moving around next to the comments, so this is going to set that all back by a turn, but whatever. I've already lost too much time today, so I'm not going to start over again. But yes, the Dreadnought never did get Lightning Rod Banner, so I will go ahead and pick that up now. Also, there's a couple of libraries that I've been kind of missing up here along the top of the map. There's one in the Boredoms of Stammen. There's one here. There's one here. Basically, I'm not getting these right now because the Sorcerer's Army is just not powerful enough to handle them. A lot of them have Evangelists in them, so there's a chance stuff gets converted. I've seen that go south really fast before, so not going to worry about that at the moment. These really probably aren't that super important. I'm already getting a crap ton of research every turn, and it's only going to go up as I continue to clear other things in other places, so I'm probably not going to worry about those libraries too much. Sarah did point out that the sorcerer does actually need to equip that staff, so I will do that. That other item is the Hero Slayer item. I've already checked. Doesn't really benefit anybody else that much, at least not right now. From Impregnable, put Mogwai's Convert item higher in the list. That is a great idea. That will help me remember to actually check that. Where is Mogwai? There he is. So I'm going to actually move that up here and then kind of just move this other stuff over. We'll put the egg down here, put that there. And then also from Impregnable, and kind of also from Anaruta and Bardare to some extent, pointed out that this Gath Breath item doesn't do Mogwai much good, but as Impregnable pointed out, that would do a lot of good for the Sorcerer because of his Inflict Stun ability will give him an AoE stun ability, which I would absolutely love to have. So yes, that's going to go to the Sorcerer. That's the item I kind of wish I would have sent off on the last turn, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. Mogwai does have level up points to spend. I think I'm gonna wait on that though. So yeah, that was one thing that I would have liked to have done before the end of the last turn, but that's okay. Also, let's see, from Impregnable, many of the druid spells would be very useful for my current situation. So this is general comments with regard to my druid here. So she's got all these, I'm working on her casting points, but there's a lot of spells. In fact, almost all of the druid spells could be extremely useful to her, and here's why. Just a few examples. Twisting Roots would be great because I have a lot of flying units in this army, so it would affect only ground units. Twisting Roots doesn't affect flying units, and this whole army flies. So you could slow down the whole army I'm fighting. Mosquito Swarm would be great versus elves. Revive Instinct would be great versus Manicore Riders from the Elf Warlord. Rust would be great versus Machines from the Dreadnought. There's a lot of really good spells she can get, so I really need to work on her casting points. And then also Impregnable did suggest getting rid of some of these other ranged items when that Gazer's Eye shows up. I think I will hang on to some of them just because certain types of damage might be more valuable in certain situations. Some of these, like Bane Fire or Black Bolts, are elemental damage. So it's worth maybe hanging on to those until I just really need the inventory space for something else. And final comment from Adam James is for down here, Manicore Riders. This city is going to be great at producing them. So basically, this city is important. Build Manicores here. I 100% agree. We're migrating to Tigrans. I'm going to get the buff from the Spring of Life, which would be perfect for them, and then make some boss Tigran Manicore Riders here. Now, as I pointed out, those guys ran away, so the Dreadnought's got a little battle I can do down here. I'm going to go ahead and just do this again. Well, I say do it again because I did it, already done this, but because of the crash, hopefully that doesn't crash again. I think my computer may be developing an issue, just for the record. I've been having crashes during Civilization in between turns all the time. I've been on actually dealing with the 2K support for trying to help me solve that problem. I'm gonna go ahead and just start this. But then Age of Wonders just did the exact same thing. I just was doing stuff, and then the game just abruptly crashed to desktop. Didn't really freeze or anything, it just stopped, and I was at my desktop. So hopefully that doesn't become a recurring issue, because if it does, I'm going to have to figure out what the heck is going wrong with my computer. Alright, so they pretty much set this up almost the exact same way, so maybe I can deal with it almost the exact same way that I did last time. I think I opened up by running out here, war crying, and hitting that archer pretty hard. I also moved this guy forward. I'm going to try to do everything as close, or pretty close, to what I did before, to whatever extent that I can. So, Frozen Flames. This guy can then run out, and I think he's going to run out here and just defend, being in an annoying spot. We've got these guys moving down over here. I'll send the big beetle there and defend. Nothing that really threatens that beetle there. And then I want the butcher coming up this way. And he can defend as well. Now hopefully all the odds of everything working goes more or less the same. They're going to sprint to the spear. Alright. So that shock trooper wants a piece of that Black Knight. We're not going to allow that. I think I can come pretty close to killing him. This was a little easier last time, but maybe... Okay, a critical hit balances that out. So there we go, he's dead now. You guys can go here. And they're not going to be able to deal with that Black Knight, so they should be fine. You can go here for martial arts. May as well be on the attack. And I can actually finish this guy off. Or, oh, never mind. There we go. It did finish him off. Alright, you are bleeding. You need something to up a bit. You can steal enchantment. May as well do that. You can move up here and be able to finish him off. And that's the battle. These actually go a lot faster, considering that I've done all of them already once today. So There is nothing really worth picking up in that, but I do notice this tomb out there. As long as it doesn't have a Dread Reaper in it, I think I'd be interested to see if that army can handle it. I don't have any flying units in this area, but for now I'm going to actually stack everybody up here and keep them kind of in range of the city, but also to where they can go out and explore in that direction. Had a bunch of items arrive, the Black Wand for the Druid. That's a jewelry item that is on Nanhild now. Nanhild also already has that equipped. The shield here. So this actually just got sent to the Orc, which is just a better version of that, which I can sell, that leaf shield. And then I had one more item. So I got that new Curious for Nanhild. Now, I'm really hoping, and I'm gonna do this now, actually. We'll take care of Nanhild stuff next. So, I want to move Nanhild onto that road. So I think the fastest way to do this is to do that, but then on this next move, Nanhild needs to get off the Wyvern so that she can take advantage of the road. And I think that's only 2 movement. Yep, that's only 2 movement for her, 2 movement for everybody else. Now she stays on the road and can run down this way and get to the tomb. Now I need to put her back on her mount because of frost resistance, and general flying in combat's very nice. And then we'll enter the tomb and kick some butt. Now, I got something nice from this battle. The last time I recorded this, I'm hoping it gives me the same thing. I actually don't know how that works, if the item is randomly generated or if it's the same every time, like it's the Ludus preset at the start of the game. I don't know, but either way, we're going to back everyone up 1 space, the Star and Heart, and let them charge me. So, let's go on defense here for those 2, because Nanhild's going to shoot this thing and hopefully kill it. Okay, great. Now they can come off defense. And let's see, you can go up here, get the guy who's hiding there. You could charge... Why don't you just kill that Hellhound? You can charge that guy. That's a 1-hit kill, dang. Alright, you can charge... You can probably kill him. Nope. He can't. Oh well. Okay, so Nanhild needs to heal some stuff. Probably you. You go back down. Okay. Did I get the same thing? I did. Okay, this is good news. Take this reward. So, what Nanhild just got is an item that gives regrowth, which works out even better with the Death March strategy that I was talking about. So we're going to get to see how this all works here in a second. Now, since they're going to be moving on the road for a while, I'm going to go ahead and put that on. They're not going to really have anything to fight, so I'm going to take the dragon off. And I'll just kind of leave these down in the bottom right corner. And I'll be swapping this armor out as they go. So for now, regrowth is good because although it slows the unit in combat, it doesn't slow them on the strategic map. So I can close that and then move them back down here a little bit. And then I can use Death March, which is... Where is Death March? There it is. On that army. Cuts all their health in half, but look how much further they can go. In fact, they'll be able to get those haste berries on the next turn, which may or may not actually even be worth it. But anyway, they can get all the way down here And then I can actually, well, I'll leave that, you know what, we'll leave those items on them for now. That's good, they're good the way they are. So basically that's it. Nanhild, I use Death March, Nanhild patches everybody else up. Nanhild gets all her health back because she's got regrowth armor, which allows her to focus Bestow Iron-Hearted healing on other units that need it more. And yeah, should be able to get them to the front line in no time. I'll be able to hit those haste berries on the next turn, I think. Then get down here, clear the library, move back up, then probably Death March, clear that, then come down, get that, and then the Ziggurat. So Nanhild's army is going to be busy for a while. Auto-completed production, Pestin, I think, so I got a settler. Pestin can go back to producing merchandise. Okay. And then this guy is going down south to put a city in this spot down here near the on that fort, basically near the Forbidden Sanctum. This city got a gold dragon that is going to Mogwai, so we will send him down this way. Thought about putting him with Nanhild, but then decided against it because Nanhild can use advanced logistics on the road, whereas the dragon cannot because it flies, so it's always going to be using 3 movement, whereas Nanhild can use 2 as long as she stays on the road. Hollow Hill has been absorbed into my empire. You know what? Actually, before I forget, I need to... where's that dragon dwelling? There you are. Let's go ahead and get another gold dragon in production. I'm not going to hurry it right now, but yeah. This city got a Master's Guild, so they're producing the Library of the Dark Arts. I'm going to change and add the Gladiator Pit after that for the War Breeds. Wooden Wall is done here. This city is going to go on merchandise for the moment. Swarm Darters here can continue to move in general towards the front lines. I did have an idea for what to do with this one, though. This one is not going to the front lines. This one is going to come hang out with these guys. So what I can do is I can move these guys here. And since Nanhild's army is going to kind of come crashing through this area anyway, I've decided to go ahead and absorb this city into my empire. Then I can put these goblins in it so it at least has some defense. I'm going to do a storehouse so it can grow, and then they can pick up Lucky and then just sit in there. Lucky will help them out. If anything does come try to attack, they might be able to hold it. I also would really like to have that tower, but we'll just kind of have to see how things go down there. But yeah, maybe they could go get it, actually. That's a pretty good group. They could probably go get it. Not a very tanky group by any means, but otherwise a pretty good group. A lot of poison damage. Hopefully there's some elves sitting on that tower. Master's Guild is next in production here. I'm going to get a shrine queued after... No, actually, I'm going to queue a laboratory after that, and then a shrine after the lab. But I do need the observatory. Once I do the laboratory, I'll cancel the shrine and then do the observatory instead, because it gets me that much closer to the Castle of the Lich King. And one more turn of growth, and this city is also going to have plus 30 production from the dungeons too. So this city is turning out to be quite a fine city. Enchanted Armory is done. Next in queue is Siege Workshop. I may need to change that in a moment. For now, actually, I'm going to leave that. I think I can get all the gold I need in other ways. So let's flip over to my rogue army for a moment. Because they've been healing up for quite a few turns. This is one of the reasons I didn't really want to re-record this whole episode, but I'm going to anyway. So the rogue army can go ahead and start clearing some stuff again. So I'll manual combat this, deal with these mages, and just try to get as much done with them on this turn as I can. And hopefully I can use the quick dash, which actually I noticed costs 20 mana instead of 10. I want to use it to heal units, but there's a dampening field up in this area that doubles the cost of spells. So I actually don't want to use quick dash in this battle. If I can avoid it, I would rather use it for healing in other upcoming battles. So let's see about this. Let's see if I can deal with these mages the old-fashioned way. I think I might... You know what? Have fun with this guy. We're just gonna charge. Goodbye. Oh, I was hoping he could get a kill. I'm gonna have that Phantasm Warrior hang back. He's not gonna really do much good here. And then I guess Mogwai can just sort of finish that guy off. You hang back. Like I said, too much elemental damage I don't want to think about. Why don't you... Can you get all the way around? You can get here. So we'll take the Civic Guard to this side. Get within 3 spaces, get a nice good hit, finish him off. I want that flyer to level up too soon. Oh no, the Civic Guard died. That actually didn't happen last time I did this, but... Oh, whatever, he's a Civic Guard. That being said, I do need to convert some stuff, so I think I'm going to try to charm this thing with Varg. I think I can do that. So, I can inflict immolation with the giant. If I get lucky, that would work and lower resistance a little bit. 40% chance to be immolated, but I don't want to kill him. So, would that kill him? Coming straight from the front like that. I wonder what would happen if I did this. If I move this guy next to him to lower his resistance, he becomes 45% immolated. Now at max damage, I do 30 plus, I would do 32 times 2, provided I don't score a critical hit. I don't necessarily trust myself that much, so I'm just going to hit it once. Also, only going to hit it once in part because of how tight healing is right now. I don't want to do too much damage to a potentially enemy unit. Okay, I did get the immolation on it. This is really good. So it's immolated, it's suffering from disgusting stench. I got a 50% chance, and I got it. Yes. Okay, good. Alright, so that adds a new recruit to the army, Pendant of Trapped Luck. I did get this last time too, so it looks like items are predetermined at the beginning of the game, even if you reload. So I'm going to throw that on him. I like how that combines with the Melody of Oblivious Harmony to give him like 25% lucky, because he's just so dang happy. So yeah, we will do that. Move these guys down here. Oh, that guy can actually join in on this next battle. We'll send the giant in after this one, or maybe one of the knights. We'll send one of the knights in. Another very likely victory. Varg's got a lot of work cut out for him in this one. Alright, this is the one that I really want to be using Quick Dash on, I think. Now I want to lure them to come to me, and they're not doing that this time, which is a bit annoying. Maybe, well, I don't want to use other spells because I want to use Quick Dash, so maybe if I just kind of move up but stay behind pillars and stuff, I can goad them into coming out after me. Move up without really moving up. Nope, I'm gonna have to be a bit more aggressive. Excuse me, aggressive. Which is okay. That's okay. I'm gonna try to use Varg for this purpose. You stay there, and then on the next turn, Varg could move forward and shoot a few acid darts at that thing, and the giant could go running in and kill it. While the knights, that knight would be able to reach on the next turn. The flyers can reach some units over here. This knight can reach a guy. I should probably make sure this one can. Something like that. That may pressure them into attack. Nope. Well then, I will be the one to make the introductions. Now, I'm not going to kill... Well, I'm probably not going to kill any of these guys. So I'm probably just going to run in and... I really hope the giant doesn't get stunned from dealing... Wait, that wisp will phase. Actually, I want that to happen. Yeah, that's okay. I think I'm going to focus on kills. I'm going to just try to get some kills here. I just would rather not hit that wisp with, well, this guy would work, because he's probably got shock resistance. 80% shock protect? Yeah, we'll do that. Except that... Oh, wait. No, Mogwai can't heal on this turn. Okay. This is a little more complicated than I thought. I try not to underestimate these mages. They're far deadlier than they look. Ah, dang it. They all have that. Okay, we're gonna have to be aggressive. Even though they've all got a stun ability. Everybody does, not just the wisp, so may as well just do that. Okay, unfortunately he did get stunned. So this knight, I'm gonna just... We're gonna be aggressive. Knight got stunned. I can phase. I'm a little worried about this guy because he's a bit more vulnerable to the elements. But nobody else can kill that thing. And that knight's gonna get lit up if I don't do something about it. I'm gonna have to risk new guy. The knight's gonna get lit up anyway because of these two apprentices in the back. I don't want to lose him. I would rather risk losing the serpent. So, do your thing. They may not actually be able to kill that serpent anyway. Can you guys finish him off? That would be lovely. Very, very, very good. Okay. Great job. Don't kill the knight. Oh, that was close. Okay, Varg, you're on healing duty now, man. I could try to convert one of these guys, but for now, actually, I think I'd rather just try to get health back. I can do this. Of course, that would happen. Alright, well, I'm going to have to healing quick dash him anyway, even though he's stunned. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, well, he's got movement left, but he's stunned, so he can't use it. Okay. And I'll have to use the rest of his casting points to do more healing next round. I'm not going to try to charm anyone here because the stun effect is... I don't want to mess with that. It's a little too risky. The next coming battle is a lot easier because it's just some puny halflings, so... That is where we will do our healing. Send another... Actually, everybody can go on that one because... Still going down this way. No mercy. Sure, no. Well, how am I doing on? How am I doing on alignment? 375. Yeah, as long as I'm above 200, I'm happy. As long as my dragons are happy, I'm happy. So we'll do no mercy. Manual combat and try to get some healing in here for the guys. Specifically this guy. Who just had a chair thrown at him to spite him. Okay, goodbye. Move you here and quick dash. Alright, that adventure... I kind of want to just charge this group here. I think I might be able to kill them if I do. There's a halfway decent chance of it. You know what? There's a practical guarantee of it if I do this. Oh, I wish he had killing momentum. I want that so bad. This'll work. Hello. And because that knight has all his movement back, he can go after the farmer. Although the farmer does have polearm, so maybe I won't just wildly charge in at him. Well done, everyone. I know that giant has a lot of health, so I might throw a quick dash his way too. Actually, is is Varg out of spellcasting? He is. Okay, so I can end this battle here. I could try to convert... Oh, the only person left is the farmer, I guess. I don't really have a way of... Oh wait, Mogwai can't even move this turn anyway. We'll just see what he does against the Phantasm Warriors. If he wants to attack them and die, that's his problem, I guess. But I have to wait until next turn before Varg can do anything. Nope. He just wanted to run and attack an ethereal ghost thing with a sword. Guess that's his business. Alright, there is one more battle to do here. Like I said, this is a busy turn for Varg. And all his friends. So, for this one, move the Phantasm Warriors forward and let them do most of the work. Did you get crippled? No, somebody tried... Oh, they tried to curse him. Okay, that's fine. I want as many of them targeting that Phantasm Warrior as possible. Except for you, you can deal with Steve the Giant. Now I want to try to get one of these orcs on my side, probably the priest if I can manage it, because they could curse. But the priest I think also has some amount of... No, it's just blight protection. Okay, I might be able to get that priest on my side, we'll see. For now, good with just leaving everybody where they are. Hopefully that Phantasm Warrior takes the brunt of this physical damage, and there we go, that's what we want. Okay, Varg. I'm gonna save that priest for last. These guys have fast healings and projectile resistance, so I'm not really as worried about them taking damage. That works. Forgot these guys have tireless, so that's really nice. Who needs a level? You need a level. Go get a level. Or at least work towards one. I actually need this guy more up front because I'm going to need him to make the priest feel bad, so I have a better chance of converting. I could also try to set the priest on fire, possibly. we'll see how that goes. And I see no reason to not charge these knights forward and get right up in this guy's face. Oh, should have seen that coming. Maybe that's why I didn't charge forward. Okay. Can you get close? Yes, you can. Just close enough. I could also try to immolate him. Probably safest to do that with one hit. Didn't work out for me that time, but the giant got a level from it. I'll take that. Join me? No? Okay. Alright, now Varg's army is all good and beat up again. Just the way it should be. A bunch of gold, which is great. And I think they're going to carry on towards that wizard tower. Now, I had a peek in here. Oops. That guy needs to go get that gold that's sitting out there. Oh, man. I did that right on the last episode and just did it wrong this time. I should have split them off earlier when they were still up here. He could have gotten it on this turn. But that is okay. So I can take a peek in here just to give a preview. 2 Eldritch Horrors, 2 Snakes, 2 Halfling Apprentices. I think this is a battle that I can win. Maybe not without losses, but for a secret spell, I think it's worth it as long as the Fire Giant and as long as Varg survive. Everyone else is kind of expendable for if I get a free spell out of it. And then looking a little bit ahead down the road here, there are a ton of structures that I can clear for like gold, and then I can take that city and have another pretty good gold city down here. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to work towards. Varg also leveled up again. I am saving points for Cloak and Dagger, so I can do more quick dashes for the time being. But he does have a lot of other good spells like Shadow Form that I'm going to want to take advantage of too when I have the mana to actually use them. This city, I can't accept their joint offer right now because they're still undead running around causing trouble that Varg has not been able to deal with yet. Hollow Hill, on the other hand, can start that Arcane Item Forge. Tarek should probably go to Merch. Redfus can go to Merchandise. And this guy can fly around up here. Get a better sense of what's going on around this northern cave entrance. And then that brings us back to this group. And this actually may work out well for you guys that my previous recording crashed, because I just flew through all that a lot faster than I did the first time. So this brings me already to this battle, which I can actually do now. Now, if you move up, you will notice that there's something back here. There are 3 heroes. And I'm pretty sure that I can make it to them, or at least make it very close to them. Now, here's the thing. There's not a road in this city, so the road actually paths around to the north. So I want to take the northern route to get close to them. So I'm going to actually send Mogwai's army here, and then attack with Emain and the dragons, because it doesn't matter what tiles they're on. And then I think I can reach and kill those heroes on the next turn. So we're going to go ahead and do this battle here. And I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to take a quick moment just to save the game right here. And then if it crashes, I'm going to call it the end of this episode, and I'll edit it accordingly. Pay no attention to Trogdor and the Burning Elves down here. So I'm going to save just in case I have another crash, because it crashed last time when I was getting ready to initiate this battle. So just to be on the safe side, we'll save it here so we don't lose any of the progress we just made. Then, yeah, I can go ahead and get this get this party started. Now, it says closely matched. I'm actually going to abort attack for a second because I might be able to get a little more in here, but I don't know that I really need it, per se. This really isn't a closely matched battle, though. Mogwai himself, I actually considered trying to solo this with, but decided not to just in case of unpredictable spells. So, but I think that with this group, I'm going to be just fine. I do have another butcher that can get down here, so I probably should move him in. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get everybody in on this. It's a big party for everybody. We should have everybody involved. All right, closely matched. Let's do this. Let's get my city back. And there's Emain and all her glorious dragons and all of their majesty. Okay, well, bringing those units in was already helpful because I just cast Slayer's Doubt on one of them, so I just, you know, won't run him at the enemy. Okay, so general plan for this battle, because yeah, it actually crashed during this battle, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. General plan for this battle: move the dragons onto these jutting out positions rather than running them wildly into places where they're going to get killed. Meanwhile, Mogwai draws pretty much everybody's fire because he's immune to a lot of stuff. So I'm going to actually send Mogwai in ahead of everything else, including the dragons. Everybody else can just kind of chill and wait. Emain can do some healing back here while she's here, so I may as well get that done. And probably I want the big beetle maybe kind of near-ish to Mogwai. Maybe I'll have the big beetle go here so they can do the 1 and the 2 and the... Yeah, we'll get a charge bonus with Demolisher on the next turn. I'll have the big beetle and the Warbreed just kind of beat up that wall on the next turn and hopefully distract them with a gap in the wall. Everybody else can stay. We're gonna have to deal with Glacial Totem, but that's okay. Not casting any spells. So go beat this up. Oops. I hit the wrong part of it. Oh well. Okay, and then Mogwai, why don't you just run right in to everyone's line of fire and say hi. Dragons each need to move forward 2 spaces to get onto their respective bulwarks. I'm going to send one out to the side over here, and then send one. He needs, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3 spaces, so he needs to go 1, 2, 3. He could end his turn there and be in range. He needs 1, 2, 3 more, so 1, 2, 3, maybe end his turn there and be in range. I'm going to have this dragon move forward just a bit further, so I can maybe get 2 next to each other. I don't see a problem with having the dragon sitting kind of out here like this. This guy still needs health, so I'll probably go ahead and throw him a nourishing meal with Emain before moving forward. And then maybe Emain needs to actually see what kind of spells I can cast. I could do Root Spears, which would, or not Root Spears. Does she have Twisting Roots already? No, it is Root Spears. Revive Instinct would mess up the Griffins, but there's only a couple of them, so maybe I won't do that. Yeah, I'll just have her continue to heal for now. And the Gold Dragon is doing just fine right there. I think this is probably a pretty good setup. Oh yeah, I want to move this guy forward because I'm probably going to have an opportunity to poison something. And the Firstborn can charge forward too because he's a Firstborn. He's plenty tough. Alright, you just keep casting Slayer's Doubt on the extra units that I just randomly threw in here. Just because. Looks like they're getting a little nervous about my wall smashing behaviors over here. Okay, I think this is time for Mogwai to knock at the front door. While in the meantime, my dragons can... Oh, crap, that one kind of blocks me. Maybe I can just burn him off of the wall. No, it's Draconian. Probably can't burn her off the wall. Yeah, she's got 60% fire protect. Maybe in main could shoot her off of the wall. Probably going to... I'm gonna move this dragon here. Just kind of park it there. Relatively safe. That longbow's gonna have a difficult decision to make. Okay, that is completely broken now. And we'll go ahead and work on this one too. We'll get the spider in place, we'll get the firstborn in place, we'll actually back the spider off because that guy's disgusting. And who should I weaken? Probably will hang on to that, maybe one of the Griffin Riders in a minute. In the meantime, all the other dragons can sort of move up behind Mogwai just for support. This one can actually go ahead and spirit... it's not going to do hardly anything. It's not worth taking my guard down. We'll move a main up. Got that nice longbow. Can maybe a little shot in on that guy. Oh, a critical hit. No, I'll take that. And then you guys can just sit back here being miserable and doubtful. This dragon I'm going to move up to probably about here. Now they may come charging out at me now, which is entirely possible. Now that their wall is broken, but we'll see what they do. I just don't want to repeat my mistakes from the last time I sieged this city, allowing one of my armies to just get beat up, whereas Mogwai could have handled most of it. But nope, they're not doing nearly as well this time around. Okay. I should probably keep hitting that door, I imagine. The dragons can handle all the griffins that just came out the wall after me. Matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and just take that guy out. The main's probably got more healing, but I might use her to shoot at that guy a little bit more. We'll see. Let's actually start down at this side and then work our way up. So I think this is an easy decision. Firstborn can handle that Exalted, no problem. Although, well, he didn't really do a lot of damage, but let's see. Maybe I can I web it, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Should have done that in the first place. I can get you up on the wall just to be a nuisance. Fire Dragon can, well, breathe fire. But I may just leave him on defense. Let's try to panic all these guys. Yeah, alright. Mogwai can take a break here and just war cry and beat the living daylights out of this Griffin Rider. Nice. That critical hit gave me a kill. That's perfect because then you can take care of that Exalted, and a main can actually go provide some healing, I think. That guy might go after a main, but she's tough enough to handle a hit if she needs to. Actually, you know what? I don't want her to handle a hit right now. How much damage are we talking about here? 13, possibly times 2? No. We'll back off and play it safe. There's no sense doing anything risky with a main right now. And, well, I could have weakened somebody. Maybe I'll weaken that hero. That'll be fun. Fire Dragon can actually just... You know what? I will Fire Breathe on these guys. Really desperately trying to keep that hero alive. Got a lot of units in here. Okay. You know what's fun? Elves don't like poison. Can you get there? Yes, you can. So that just mostly leaves these leftovers here. Oh, and there's... Okay, there's still a guy there. You need to get off of my my Blight Doctor. I've got stuff to do with him, and I don't want to waste it. No, that's annoying. Fine. Get rid of him. I just want to make that hero's life miserable. Can almost kill that thing. I'm gonna go ahead and heal the dragon now. And then we'll just use the dragon to kill it. And I might send this dragon up here to go... Oh, there's still somebody... Ah, crap, there was still somebody down there with him. Okay, well, fine. We'll play it safe. You stay on defense, then. I missed that person. Alright, I think that is pretty good. Yeah, somebody is hiding. Yep, thought somebody was just hiding over there. Dragon can deal with that. It's just a little swordsman. How am I gonna cut my way through to that hero? Like that, I suppose. Goodbye. Alright. That does it for that group. Didn't lose anybody, so that's great. Killed a lot of units. And also, there are items here. What do we have here? First strike, polearm. Ooh, this is a nice item. Oh, I like that item a lot. The night vision one, that could be useful for the sorcerer. The gun, maybe leave that with a main instead of the crossbow. Sure. Entangling touch, I'm going to send that to... We'll send that to the sorcerer too, I suppose. Crossbow, I don't really need. It can be sold. Spirit Ray, that might actually be useful for a main to have. Well, maybe not, because of the Gazer's Eye. Could anyone else use a Spirit Ray that might be fighting undead? I think I might send that to the sorcerer too. Yeah. There's a mount for fire protection. Does Mogwai's mount's already giving him blight protection, which he needs for the immunity. Who else could use mount with fire protection. I guess the sorcerer could. Dreadnought does not need it. The Theocrat doesn't really need it because she's got a different mount. I think I'll send that to the... I think that's going to be for Varg. Yeah, this can go to Varg. And there's 3 more heroes over there for me to kill. I'm going to have so much loot. Okay. Frostlings boots can be sold. They're crap. It's that Trident of the Queen's Guard. That's a good item. So let's put that in Main's inventory for now and then figure out. Now, I would prefer a Main keep Hero Slayer for now because it applies to her range attacks. Mogwai is going to have a lifesteal stored eventually, but right now that would be better than that Flaming Mace of Yaka that he's got. I think that needs to go to Mogwai. Because having Polearm would be really nice. And First Strike. It would just amplify his already... Well, actually, I think Mogwai may already have First Strike. Now that I think of it. Does he have First Strike? I think I picked that up for him as a leader upgrade. Yeah, I gave him First Strike, but he doesn't have Polearm. Yeah, I think that's going to go to Mogwai. Plus it diversifies his damage a little bit, adding a little bit of spirit in there. And the damage bonus versus mounted and flying units. Now I'm going to actually send it to Mogwai, even though he's literally right here. Mostly because Mogwai has to stay on that road to get to where he needs to go. I'm going to have to drop the Firstborn and the Blight Doctor to do this. And I'm going to have to drop... from my Dragon's army, pretty much everybody but Nanhild. Nanhild can reach, the Gold Dragon cannot. The Knight can't quite reach either, so Nanhild's going to split from her Dragons for a turn, which I know is going to cost me a fair amount of gold income. There's like a lot, actually. But it's still worth it if it means I can knock out 3 heroes. Honestly, Mogwai might have been able to take them all himself, but with all these spells and crap, it just is a little too risky, and I don't want to risk it. Actually, let's abort attack. I may as well launch this one with Mogwai. I know this episode is going to go a little bit long, but I want to do this so that off camera I can study all the items and then determine where they need to go. That way I can just run through it really fast instead of wasting you guys' time talking about it. Alright, so we've got Burgett the Peaceful, who just ran in and shot a gun at me, ironically. That's cool. Wait, no, she didn't shoot the gun. That was somebody else. But I still suspect her intentions are not entirely peaceful. Okay, Mogwai, there you are, buddy. What damage types can these guys do? Spirit. Mogwai's immune. Mogwai's immune. Mogwai is almost immune. He can do a little damage with Frost. Yeah, Mogwai's charging on this one. And actually, this is perfect, because that puts him right behind on defense in a really annoying spot. I love it. You can go just get those out of the picture. Nanhild actually kind of needs healing, and she needs to heal, and she needs healing herself. So why don't you go here, patch that guy up, and maybe the spider. No, I'm gonna have everybody else for the most part hold back, because what are they gonna do to Mogwai? They can't do anything, so why risk anybody else? They're gonna have to all move away from him or heal themselves. And he goes after the unit with regrowth. They're very, very smart like that. Let's see. Nanhild, I think I will use now to shoot her in the back, because she's got Hero Slayer. Mogwai can move here and then use... You know what? Wait, can I convert any of these guys? Didn't even think about that before I started killing stuff. Pernotchson, human dreadnought, or that guy who is... Well, I mean, I have an item that can ghoul curse stuff now. Maybe I could try? Get lucky, maybe? Can I lower morale at all? Probably could. But I think I would have to, like, inflict severe... No, it'd be inflict noxious vulnerability. So the spider would have to get a bite on that guy first, which I think I could do. Noxious vulnerability is a decent chance. I don't think I'm going to take this guy, so we'll just take him out of the picture. As we may as well do with this guy. Let's cadaver now. How would you like to join my cause? No? Okay, that's a shame. I would have liked to have had another hero. He might actually engage Mogwai in melee. Yep. Not very smart, but he tried his best. You know what? Humane's gonna get some healing back. Why don't you just use up all those lovely action points of yours? Humane can go over here and do the nourishing meal. Then Humane can heal herself. And Mogwai can get a well-deserved kill. For just another level to make him even more absurdly powerful. Okay. This is going to be the end of this episode, but I imagine... Oh, there's really not a lot of items in here. Okay, I'll just do this. I'll just do this now, I suppose. Who wants a spirit ray? Wait, what was it? A spirit ray, a gun, and black bolts. You know what? Varg's got a lot of undead around him. Send that spirit ray to Varg. And Varg also can sprint, which might make the gun handy in certain circumstances, so we'll send that to Varg as well. And black bolts, who wants black bolts? Poison and frost damage, who would that help? Not really him so much. Does he have a black bolts item on the way? Sorcerer? No? Okay, so I'll send it to the sorcerer. Okay, there we go. So all those heroes just had kind of crap for items, but that's okay. We'll move Mogwai back, and this is more or less how things are going to be set up moving into the next turn. I can get some of these units kind of gathered up here. And yeah, that looks good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will actually remember to save after the conclusion of this one, as long as it doesn't crash in the next 30 seconds, fingers crossed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I think I'm probably just going to do one more today because I got set back so much when I lost an entire recording before this one. But we'll see for sure how I'm feeling and how things are looking at the end of the next one. But there is going to be one more to come right after this one, so I am going to record another one now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.